Hey everyone, back once again with another watch. Today I'm going to be working on this old Bulova, however you want to say that. Just got this in the mail today. Trying a different location too, I don't know how that lighting's working out, but we'll roll with it for this video. Lume on it's like really bad. I don't know if you can even see that. It's pretty bad though. Well, basically I just want to take this one apart. I want to redo the lume on the hands and maybe on the hour markers. We'll see if I can't get that figured out. I also got a new fork tool. Someone was telling me to get one. I don't know if this is what they were talking about or not, but these were on sale. There we go. I basically just stuck this in. It's got a little lip. I don't know if you can see that. We'll cover opening up cases in another video. This is by no means professional. So don't take my word as law. I'm new to some of this. I have been changing batteries for years, but doing it what is conceived to be the proper and correct way might be different from how I do it. But that's how I got that one open. I've actually never seen inside this watch before. I literally just got it. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do, can I just kind of sneak this guy out of here? I don't have any gloves either. I'm not too concerned about it. This watch is not a very expensive watch by any means. So I'm going to be fine with that. Press to release stem. I don't know if that focuses on that on this camera or not. But press to release stem. I'm also using paper because what I'm going to be doing later, I just don't want to be getting messy and or itchy down the road. There it is. I knew I was pushing on the right thing, I just wasn't pushing it right, and this is probably not the best tool to be using, but again, not a professional by any means. You know what I didn't do? We're going to put this back together here. And it's got a metal retaining ring. That's pretty cool. Find that on some older watches. Let me just get this back together. So one of the first things I should probably be doing is lining up those hands, roughly lining them up. Then we'll use a different. There we go. So we should go ahead and pop that out. Look at that beautiful thing. This is a I don't know if you can hear that, but that is an acrylic crystal. I don't know if those scratches are showing up, but there are scratches all over this thing. We can get those out, or at least reduce them some. But for the most part, we are going to be done working on the watch itself. And we're going to be dealing with mainly the hands. This is what I'm going to be using for lifting the hands off. I know you can do them manually, but this makes it a little bit easier for me for now. Just like that. So we can get this is the back side of the hand. If you can see that, that's got a lot of old paste on it there. Luminous paste. The second hand is just painted red, so we're going to leave that. We will set that aside for now. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to grab another piece of paper here, because I'm going to be getting rid of this old paste. I'm just going to be going in and literally just touching that. Literally just touch that, and that's already out of there. Get rid of this old stuff. There we go. Let's do that again here on the back side. Whoops. Once again cleaned out. And this is namely the reason why I'm I'm using paper instead of my normal work mats. I'm going to be using one of these guys. A little scratch brush. This is fiberglass, and I don't want that getting embedded in my mat because I don't have to deal with that for the next month and a half. Just going to take this. And this is just getting all the excess around the edges. There we go. So we're just going to get that out of the way. I can already see fiberglass all over this sheet of paper too. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I'd rather not get those stuck in my hand. So, next step. A few ways you can do this. Basically, I need to suspend these hands so we can get the paste in and not have it touch anything else, because then once you pull that hand, well, the first time that I tried to put paint or Lume on hands, I had it literally just flat on something like this, and I'd paint it. I think I had it on tape, and as soon as I would pick it up, it would leave the paint or the Lume paste on the tape. It was the non-sticky side. So I'd take it off and it'd all stay there, and I'd be stuck with a hand that just looks gross. So a few ways we can do this. One way is going to be with a toothpick, but I don't have any on hand right now. So we're just going to try whoops. And again, I'm not an expert at this. I don't get paid to do Lume jobs on watches. So, I don't have to take every precaution, although if you want the cleanest job, obviously you should. So, this is just a personal watch. So we've got that so far. Just for a little support, I saw this in another video. Obviously there are multiple videos online if you would like to learn how to do some of this stuff. There we go. So now we're going to mix up some paste. This is where it gets fun. Mixing bowl, glue, there's the magic. And then we're just going to use some oilers for applying. Now I've got this guy here. Should do the trick, getting in there real nice. And then for mixing, I've just got this plastic stick. This had foam on the end. Rip that off, but I'm going to be using this back end for mixing in this bowl here. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit in here. That's basically one drop's worth. Wipe that off real quick. And then to make sure there's no clumps. I don't think there's any clumps in there, but I just want to make sure that's nice and smooth so it can kind of flow out easy. And I am by no means an expert on this. I'm probably being very wasteful. A little bit more. There we go. So as you can see in there, we've got some powder and some binder, they call it. And we just want to mix that up really well. I probably need some more powder in here. I've got a few other watches I could do too before this dries out and becomes useless. Oh yeah, we need some more powder in there. Is this off camera? Huh? That's probably too much now. And again, I've only done this a couple times. The more you do it, you can kind of get your consistency down. So I just want to make sure this is nice and well mixed here. Yeah, it's the consistency I want. I think I might try doing the hour markers off camera. Just because I'm going to have to hold it up, get it kind of close to my face so I can see what I'm doing. But I don't think I'm going to take the old Lume off just because I don't trust myself to not scratch up the dial really bad. I don't even know if you can see that in that cup there. It's in there. Again, I'm just going to wipe this off real quick. It's not pretty much all we do. Oh, look at that stuff. These are both fairly small areas. Alright, well I guess we're going to have that knot be pinned on there. That's fine. All I'm doing is I'm just touching this and then just dragging it along. That's how you... that's all there is to that. Literally, let me just grab some more here real quick. Here we go. We're just going to do the hour hand now. Decent amount on there. And literally all you do is you just pull it across. That should be pretty good there. Oh. So it's literally just holding itself there. Oh, I'm pulling it off again. Go back and maybe just a little bit more on the minute hand. And that's all there is to that. I'm going to let this dry for quite a bit and then we can get these reattached to the watch. So I'll be back when that's ready to go. Alright, I'm back now. It's been a few days. I've let the Luminous paste on the hands dry, and I went ahead and did all the hour markers on the dial there. Not the cleanest job, but it is something I'm learning to do, so that's going to happen. I'm going to try shining a black light on here. Let's see if we can make it a little bit darker here. I don't know if you can fully see that or not. I'll do a... you can kind of see that. So there are the hours. And then there's the hands there. So we're going to go ahead and reassemble this. Get this light back on. So I think the first thing I want to do here is I want to reattach the hour hand, then the minute hand, then the second hand. Get that lined up there real quick. There we go. Now we got this little hand presser here. Double-sided. There's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little teeny opening on either end. It looks like it's about even there. Let's make sure I got that on there nice and flat. Repeat the process again here with the minute hand. Oop, came off there a little bit. Make sure I've got that lined up again. And if this isn't perfectly on, I'm not going to be too upset about it. So I am a little concerned about the clearance there, but we should be all right. I don't even know if you can see that. We should be all right. We'll see how it plays out here. Now the fun one, the second hand. I might have to do this one off camera. Just because of how tiny this is. I'll try to do it on camera here. There we go. I believe I got that there. It's always a quick check just to see if it's on there. So that's all attached. We're going to get back in the case. There was some of the dial is flaking off a little bit. I don't know if you can see that on the edge there. So some of that was in the case. I cleaned out some of it. We're going to kind of polish this up before we get too much further here. Put the movement back in. Line up our movement holder ring. There we go, I believe that's it. So that is in there now. And it looks like we've got everything working there. Oh, the date didn't want to flip there. There we go. I had it at noon. Even. Alright, so let's spin this around again. So there's noon. So here we go. Oh wow, now we're off. A couple hours off. That's fine. Everything seems to be working there. So let's put this battery back in. And I also don't know the condition of this before I got it, so it seemed to be working. Works for me. How do we do this one here? Is this one just to put it in? It looks like it's ticking fast. Let's make sure we get that battery in there nice. Yeah, that's in there. It's about as in there as it's going to get without this case back on there. Looks like everything's working fine there. Again, if we shut off the lights, I know it's still kind of bright, but you can see that there's not much area there to glow, but that's looks to be glowing to me, so we'll count it. Oh, there's a nice glorious shot, huh? So that works for me. I'm gonna go bring this over to my press because I don't think I can just push this back on. Now I'm wondering if that's what those pieces of foam were in there for, or to hold this down. Yeah, I need to go use the press, so I'll be back in a moment. So we've got that button back up. So there we go. That's our reassembled watch for the most part there. Yeah, I don't know fully what's going on with that date wheel, but for me, this is just a test of doing the Lume, getting the hands lined up. That's not as important to me right now. That is indeed ticking and working. Kind of catch that there a little bit. Like I said, there isn't much surface there. So the last steps I'm going to do here, I want to clean this case up a bit. There's some dirt that we can get rid of. But mainly, I want to redo this acrylic. And for that, I've got this stuff called Poly Watch. So, unless I'm doing this completely wrong, all I got to do here, this is how I've done it in the past. So literally just get some of that on there. I don't know how much or how little you're supposed to use. And then just a little bit of this. And I'm going to kind of hold this here because I don't want to wobble the camera around too much. Pretty much, it's a very fine abrasive. Now I could be using a Dremel with some sort of little cotton pad. Kind of really speed up the process, but pretty much that's all there is to it. Right there. I'm just going to wipe it wipe it clean with a different section there. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. I could repeat that process a few times and really get that popping, but for now, I think that looks alright. Again, we were mainly focusing on the Lume as a project here. And then all the other stuff I can do in another video if you guys want to see me do it more properly. Oh yeah, that's not bad. That works for me. So I think that's going to wrap it up here. I'll clean this up off camera. And if you guys want to see some pictures or anything, I might put some up on Twitter later today. So, should be fun. But that's going to do it, guys. If there's anything that you would like to see me do with a watch, let me know. And I will try my best to do it. If you have any questions... Oh, is that not ticking now? Maybe the battery's dead. Battery might be dead. I didn't change batteries when I got this watch. I just literally took it out of the box and started putting it together. So I'll check that battery, see if that's the issue. But like I said, any comments, questions, let me know. And until next time, you guys have a great day.